Okay, so for this next area, I'm thinking about what I want to have on us. Probably would be a good idea to bring the grenade launcher. Yeah, let's bring the grenade launcher, actually. Gosh, I gotta say, like, I've been playing lots and lots of RE4, as I've mentioned lately, but man, trying to adjust to the inventory in this game after having played RE4 is... oof. It's rough. Yeah, well... yeah, we'll upgrade the capacity. Nah, we don't... yeah, why not? Might as well upgrade the stuff that's, like, super cheap anyway, you know? Let's... oh, you can't even upgrade the grenade launcher, I guess it makes sense. And let's upgrade this one more time. Something... a little something something. I guess we better at least give Sheva, like, more ammo. Let's have some kind of mercy on Sheva. Why does she have one of every grenade? What the heck? I don't know if the AI uses grenades. I don't think I've really seen Sheva use any. So I guess she's just going to be going into this with, like, no ammo or anything, basically. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. So this area is, to me, one... if this is the area I'm thinking of, which I think it is, it's one of the most memorable areas in RE5. Gosh, man, I'm already, like, so full on ammo and everything. Fine, Sheva, you can have these grenades. Or this grenade, which you won't ever use. This game has a strange obsession with putting treasures, like, right behind you as you walk through doorways. Just every few seconds. Let's see. Yep, this is the area I was thinking of. It's kind of like, this is a super open area. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need the map for this one. Oh my gosh. So as you'll see here, this really is just Indiana Jones. Let's use the sun to keep these intruders away from us. No idea how these guys figure that out, but you know.
They appear to be focusing sunlight into a laser-like beam.
Yes, thank you, Sheva. I see that. Man, these guys in their bulletproof. Oh man, this is not the greatest start, I must admit. These guys that have the explosive crossbows are honestly kind of the worst. Okay. Gotta give Sheva every bullet that she can possibly get. And myself, actually, now I think of it, because I'm not hitting anything right now. So as I've played through RE4, like at this point I'm pretty close to the end of the game. Probably only like a few chapters left. I've noticed a lot of similarities. Well, I shouldn't exactly say similarities between this game and RE5. It's more like they just clearly straight up took things from this game. Oh my gosh. And put them in... or they... my gosh, I can't talk. They took things from RE4 and put it in this game. So, for instance, earlier in the game, like really early on, there's a scene where a truck is coming at us on a bridge and I had to kill the driver, otherwise the truck would have just straight up hit us. And in RE4, not only is the first scene you see with a truck in RE4 almost identical, but not only that, the horn the truck uses is the same. So I guess that's kind of a homage thing, I imagine, more than anything. I'm trying to think. There's so many other similarities, but that was the one that has been on my mind for a while. I keep meaning to mention that, and I just have forgotten until now. Does this man die? Okay. That's... I guess that's a yes. Sir, please. I guess maybe like the way we have the melee vests, maybe that's kind of a RE4's, well, RE4 also had the vest, but it was different, and I am not even sure that's the first time that's been in a Resident Evil game to begin with. Okay, so that's our first little section done. This area kind of just goes on for a hot minute. As bizarre as RE4 gets, I'm not sure there's any moments that really compare to, like, look at these African tribals that have an Indiana Jones setup just in their temple. Oh no, that was a bad idea. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. That was close. Alright, let's try and get across here. I think this game might also be significantly shorter than RE4 as well, because, so as I said, I'm pretty close to being done with RE4, and so far I have like, well, I don't know how much time is on the saves precisely, but I know Steam has told me I play the game for, I don't know, like 15-ish hours, something like that, and at this point in the game, in RE5, I think we've only played like... Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess actually, based on the length of my parts up until now, we've only played like a little over 6 hours. Sheva, please work with me here. Man, can I just find Leon's attaché case? Can we go find Leon right now? And can I just be like, Leon, that attaché case is just the greatest thing. Can I please use that? Like, in some ways, let's say you're playing this game and you have like a ton of guns on you. Just straight up, you just have a whole bunch of guns on you. Then technically I think you'd be able to carry more than Leon's attaché case. But in terms of ammo, there's like no contest. Leon, gosh, at one point I had like 100 rounds about of shotgun ammo, like 100 of handgun, a bunch of spare TMP ammo, magnum ammo, all sorts of stuff, along with healing items, all that on Leon, and I easily could carry that, whereas with this it's just straight up 9 slots. Although I guess part of that is that in this game you have since you have a second partner, I guess you could technically say that this is you know, that makes up for the lack of the attaché case, but you know, just one of those moments. Can't say that the RE5 inventory is like just bad, but I don't like it nearly as much in comparison. So here's one of the kind of weird parts about playing with the AI. Is that when you're Chris, there's a lot of moments in the game where you're throwing Sheva over gaps, as I just did. And when those moments happen, Sheva goes into little areas that she does practically just alone. And see, you can't play as Sheva in this game, of course, because if you're playing in co-op, you know, what, you're gonna be both Chris? No. So, no, get back in there, god damn it. It's this guy. Is that good? Come on, dude, I really need you to get killed by those things. There we go. Wow, this man, he's a legend. How do you survive the sun? Dude, you're whack. I think you should just stay there for a second. Is he just... Okay, so he's not invulnerable to it, just does a whole bunch of damage. Anyway, but so yeah, you can play as Sheva, and then you can go to those areas that normally you're not allowed to go. Because, you know, since Chris has to throw her places, he just kind of stays wherever he is while she does her thing. And it's kind of weird to me how, like, just now when we threw Sheva over that gap, I basically just kind of had to stand there and kind of try and help her, but I couldn't really do much because I couldn't see many enemies. Just a weird situation. It feels like you get, not like a lot, but a little bit more of the game when you play as Sheva. Plus, Sheva actually has her own, like, unique moves and, like, melee things and you know, stuff like that. That's kind of interesting. Also, Sheva is left-handed, so I guess if you prefer that your view is from the other side, you have that as well. At least I think it shifts. I think the camera shifts perspectives. Do I have any... Okay. Could really use some grenades here. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown away all of Sheva's grenades she had collected. Alright. So what are these guys doing? Are they just... They get these treasures and they're just like, alright, hold up. I need to glue this thing into the wall. And then one day some adventurer will come in here and shoot the wall. And therefore, he will be able to collect some of our cool treasures. I've never actually given that any real thought. Several Resident Evil games do that. You know, I have to wonder, how would these guys react if we had come down here, but they weren't all crazy and zombified? Because they've clearly made these traps. They've made these traps so that, you know, if anyone comes down here, they can annihilate them. So would this basically just be the exact same thing if they weren't zombies? I mean, it's actually terrifying to think about, because then they might actually kick my ass more than they already do. Okay, you guys, please have some chill. Oh my god, they shield, guys. Okay. Just everybody calm down. Okay, you're not dead. Ooh, okay. Let's go to their idol thing that they've had burning for eternity, I suppose. So, there's a thing going on right now in the Resident Evil franchise where, oh my gosh, you know, all the old games are being remastered. Well, not remastered, remade, actually. So used to saying remastered, considering everything gets remastered now. But, yeah, so they're remaking them. Starting with, I mean, so far they've basically done Resident Evil 2 and 3. Come to think of it, why didn't they do 1? I guess, I don't know. I'm sure they had their reasons. But yeah. So they remade 2, and that was a huge success. And I played 2, and I thought it was really good. They remade 3, I haven't played it. I've heard it's good, but not nearly as good to the level that RE2 remake was. And so, although I don't think there's been any official announcements or anything, the assumption is that they're remaking 4 as well. And gosh, I don't even know how they would do that, because Resident Evil 2 and 3 were certainly beloved games, but RE4 is just like, RE4 kind of transcends the Resident Evil franchise as a game because it just did so many things. I hate the phrase revolutionized, you know, the gaming industry or whatever. That's always so overused. But, you know, it did a lot of things differently, and it was a really great game, just in general, even outside of the franchise. How do you remake something? How do you recapture the same greatness? I don't see how you could possibly, well, not with any ease at least, get back to the same amount of success. I suppose you could, but I don't think that'd be easy at all. I guess RE2 Remake, I would say,
Those beams are dangerously focused.
you know, was pretty good at capturing what made the original RE2 RE2. And that's part of the reason it was appreciated so much. However, the thing is, RE4 is already such an accessible game. Like, everyone who really probably wants to play RE4 by this point has played it. I mean, the game is, I think it came out, oh gosh, I can't remember when it came out. It's been a long time, let's put it that way. So you'd have had your opportunity by now. Whereas RE2 and 3, I don't think either of those were really accessible in the same way.
That pillar's in the way.
I
But I think we can knock it
don't even know what the most recent game is that either of those came out on. But for RE4, it's, you know, it's been on everything. So, I guess what I'm getting at is the advantage of doing RE2 and 3 is that a lot of people that didn't get to experience it got to experience it in a way that felt good to them. You know, I'm not sure how exactly the tank control and like the fixed camera angles of the old games would be, what people will think of them today. I guess I don't necessarily think people would dislike them, and I'd kind of like another Resident Evil like that. But obviously, if you do something like this, like an over-the-shoulder camera, that's pretty easy. You know most people are going to be able to get with that. However, you know, RE4 already had that, so I don't know. I guess what I'm getting is I just don't know what all you could change. I'd be fine if they just remastered it. And like, of course, RE4 has had a billion re-releases in which they, you know, gave it HD textures and gave super high resolutions, etc. But if there's anything I've noticed as I've played through RE4, I've never played any other game that looked like it. When you play RE4, it's kind of strange. It has the appearance of the textures. I don't know how they did it, what technology it was. I'm not the kind of person that could tell you, but it has, like, you know, this almost like classic art, like fresco look. And I know that sounds really weird and probably kind of ridiculous, but with the film grain and with the particular lighting they have and the way the textures look, it just has that appearance to me. And so I think it looks good, and I think it looks unique, but I don't know, maybe they could remaster it in such a way that they give it, quote-unquote, like, more modernized or recent-looking textures, something like that. Outside of that, I don't know. I don't... Well, I guess they could also change the characters. Of course, they did change the story in... I think... Let me think. I'm pretty sure they changed the story in Resident Evil 3 Remake a little bit. And they did in the RE2 Remake, I think. So, yeah, I guess there are things they could do. And I don't know if the way they're remaking the story is to, like, kind of update... Okay, this is not a good situation. Sheva, I would love to help you, but I need to help myself. I don't know if the story changes are to, like, fix plot holes, or if it's just to add a twist, because they know, like, people want good reason to buy the new games or something. I don't know. Honestly, I'm truly clueless, but I guess they could change the story. I don't know, I'm kind of excited about the prospect of a Resident Evil remake, but I'm also hesitant. And that's from someone who's not even, like, a hardcore fan. I like Resident Evil 4 a lot, but I didn't grow up on it. I didn't get it when it released, nothing even close to that. I just enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game. And I've played through it several times, but it's not like a game that I'm like, oh man, that's my game. You know. So I'm sure they'll have quite a bit of work to do to make sure that it is appreciated appropriately. Okay, what am I doing here? So this whole section we have here, this is like... Obviously, we're just going through floor after floor of, like, laser puzzles. It's so weird how... Like, normally, when I'm playing, I'm just like, oh, hey, it's this kind of gimmicky section. I like this. But when I have to talk, oh my gosh. I'm always just like, what am I doing? Let's see. Okay, yeah, so I did want to do that, and I'm glad I did, because you get some extra good old treasures. The treasures, like, ramp up like crazy at this kind of point in the game. Like, they start giving you way better stuff. I think it's funny that the AI kind of just stands up there and stares at you the whole time you're doing this. And it kind of needs to, because, like... Otherwise, it'll just die. I think if those lasers touch you, you might just instantly die. I'm not actually sure, but that's possible. Gosh. I am out of ammo. Or not ammo, inventory space. Fortunately, I'll be... Oh my gosh, snakes! Everywhere. Okay, now I can pick up 1,000 eggs. My favorite Resident Evil pastime, picking up eggs. Resident Evil Easter Edition. I don't think these masks have anything interesting. Okay. Every once in a while I kind of think about what made Resident Evil 6 kind of just not super great. Of course, there's a lot of obvious things, like Chris's campaign was just, in my opinion at least, it just sucked. I think the whole story just felt at least relatively generic. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, now I remember at least one of the villains in that game. See, the problem is, since they had essentially 4 campaigns in Resident Evil, in Resident Evil 6, they kind of had to, like... Oh gosh. They had to make it so that there wasn't just one villain, because it's... All of the campaigns take place at the same time, or at least really close to at the same time. And so it's hard to, like, just make this one villain that is able to, you know, be in all these places at once. I think they kind of... I remember there's like some FBI man or something. I think he was evil. Gosh, who else was there? Was he just was he the only villain? Or main villain at least? See, the thing is, in a Resident Evil story, you have to have a villain that's like super dumb and a little bit nonsensical, and it's just like, man, this guy's just a dick. That's the idea, you just gotta make them a dick. And I don't know, Resident Evil 6's villain was just not very interesting. Here we have our flower temple. Or garden, I guess. Makes a lot more sense. Literally nothing spookier than red flowers, honestly.
How can they survive underground?
There's a sun on them, isn't there? And water.
These are no ordinary flowers.
They're evil flowers. Resident Evil flowers.
Wait.
I honestly don't even remember what this is leading up to. Oh, right, okay. Umbrella! But Umbrella doesn't exist anymore.
What was Umbrella do?
I don't know. It doesn't look like anyone's been around for a while.
You can be sure they wanted to keep this place a secret.
Some of this equipment's got the Triso logo on it. Are they working together?
Are you guys still wondering this? So, maybe I missed something. In the beginning of RE4, they tell you, yeah, so Umbrella has basically been completely shut down because, you know, they kind of destroyed an entire city in the US by turning everyone into zombies, and that's kind of not good and all. Oh, we got another gun. I don't remember what's unique about the P226. Maybe we should get... Nah, I don't think we need it. We've already upgraded this other gun so much. Sorry, Sheva, you're gonna have to deal with having a shit gun some more. Unless there are any other guns I can buy. Oh, a bulletproof vest now. I don't remember anyone coming up anytime soon that has guns. I mean, I know they show up, but not yet, I don't think. I'm gonna bring the Magnum this time. No particular reason that I might know about, just a strange feeling I had. Give Sheva the eggs, because, you know... Oh wait, no, give Sheva all the eggs. Sheva, eat the eggs! Don't need rifle ammo. Okay, let's upgrade this Magnum. At least a little bit. Wow, that's actually a lot of damage. I did not think the Magnum would do that much damage. Alright, yeah, that's some pretty healthy upgrades. Maybe upgrade this a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Good stuff. I will say, if you actually genuinely put... Oh my god. Speed Racer. Dude, I will tell you one thing. Don't live on a house on a busy street if you have the choice. And you're someone who has even a chance of being bothered by that type of thing. You will suffer. I will guarantee you. It will suck. I've lived on this busy street, and I didn't really think it would bother me that much. You would be amazed how loud cars can be if you don't have, like, super insulated walls.
Not sure.
Oh yeah. Treasures.
That's another good sign.
We can worry about this later. later.
So yeah, in the beginning of RE4, they're like, oh yeah, since Umbrella turned an entire American city into just zombies and we had to nuke it, Umbrella is, I don't remember, it's like the president made it so they couldn't operate within at least the US or something, and then Umbrella loses all their money, bada bing bada boom. But just like superheroes and supervillain movies, Umbrella manages to make a comeback. I don't even remember what they did. I remember at some point in the Resident Evil series, and I guess it must be now, Umbrella tries to, like, they use the same name, but they're like, no, now we're good guys. You see, we're good. And somehow, like, just imagine that. Imagine a city in America. Imagine just, I don't know, what's a cool city that people love? Let's just go with Las Vegas. Okay, let's just go with Las Vegas. Las Vegas turns into zombies. And a random medicine company is just like, sorry, my bad, you know, what can I say? Whoops, all zombies. Huh, not my fault. Wait, hold on, let's read this real quick. Mr. Spencer once spoke of a flower called the Stairway to the Sun. Who the fuck's gonna say that whole name every time they want to talk about this damn flower? Supposedly the flower would give the person who consumed it incredible abilities. Can I please have that? First person to recognize the validity of that story was my teacher, James Marcus. He hypothesized that a virus hereto unknown might exist that could alter DNA. The man was so... What the hell is that word? Perspicacious. Perspicacious. I don't think I've ever heard that word. His hypothesis turned out to be correct. The virus discovered in that flower was labeled progenitor. For 3 months in Africa, he worked diligently, fretted over results, and staved off attacks from the tribe. What is that? Nipaya, probably? I don't know if the D sound. After such time, our efforts were finally rewarded. Even Marcus, who until yesterday looked exhausted, was in good spirits. He wanted to return home as soon as possible to delve more into his research. I feel the same way. I want to learn about the secrets of this progenitor. 67. We've hit the metaphorical brick wall. Wow, that went fast. Damn. 1 minute he's like, hell yeah, and the next minute he's like, oh fuck. We brought the progenitor flower back from Africa and attempted to cultivate it here. The initial culture samples of the progenitor virus have not shown DNA-altering characteristics. We cultivated the flower to mass-produce the progenitor virus. First, everything proceeded smoothly. The plants were strong and grew quickly. In a short amount of time, they flowered. But here's when a major problem surfaced. The flowers did not contain the progenitor virus. Perhaps the environment in which they have grown triggers the development. We've made no progress. We've tried cultivating the flower under different conditions, but with no luck. We've tried changing all sorts of shit. Didn't work. I got into a heated argument with my boy Marcus about the direction the research was taken. During our argument, Mr. Spencer interjected some foolhardy notion of starting a company. How is that foolhardy? Without the progenitor virus, there's no point in starting a company. Why not? Why? Does he not see that? It's all pointless. Honestly, as a self-identified idiot, that article did nothing for me, or that document. Also, that book has been down here for at least the... Wait. Is that book from the same Wait, what? That book's like 35 years old. It's doing such a good job surviving down here. At this point, I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about before. Oh yeah, just imagine Las Vegas gets completely annihilated, and the company's like, sorry, but they lose all their money. And then they're like, hey, we'll be good now. I don't think you trust them. We've closed down the research center. It's strange, but I don't really care. I'm indifferent. I feel the same way as when I heard that Arclay facility in Raccoon City were destroyed. Wow, dude, you're fucked up. Spent every waking moment researching the progenitor virus. Let's see. So basically, he's just complaining because he's sad. I felt like a zombie ambling through life. Damn, dude, that's fucked up. And now the research center I've spent half my life is closed. I really don't care. It's probably all for the best. Okay, well that was just depression, the journal. Here's 68. It's been over a year since we had any breakthroughs. I will persevere. In the face of my foreseen dismay, it was Mr. Spencer who provided the answer. If you're worried about the Nipaya, then we'll just have to remove them from the equation. The idea never occurred to us. We've learned that we were able to chase the Nipaya off their land. The land we acquired only amounts to half of those underground ruins, but if it includes the area where the flower grows, there will be no issues. Okay, we're gonna do stuff here. Been in Africa for 2 weeks now. It's a good thing Dr. Marcus isn't here. It's no paradise. I hate the sound of construction. Same, dude. How am I supposed to concentrate when I'm going insane? The research facilities are finally completed. This is the real Umbrella Africa Research Center, also known as YARC. Not just some pile of tints. Then we can fill them more talented researchers. That old skinflint Spencer actually agreed with me on something. Who did they? I think they said who the guy is that's making these journals already. Ah, spooky. But I already forgot his name. Invoice. Okay, so Spencer got 5 samples of the progenitor for his personal use or something. Alright, Sheva. Sheva is in charge of healing me. That is her duty. She came here to be my medic. I'm wondering if they actually explain why the flowers need to be in Africa specifically.
This is the facility from the picture. No doubt about it.
We're finally getting somewhere.
Chris, how... As far as I recall, that picture had almost no details of the facility. Fuck these flowers in particular. So is it like if I just munch on one of these flowers, I'm just gonna like be super awesome, cool guy? Reminds me of this game that I grew up on as a kid. And, you know, a lot of people grow up on normal stuff. Oh, fuck, I have to read another email. An email to an acquaintance. I know this is sudden, but I'm going to be getting some time off soon. We've completed most of our work on the new project. I can't talk about work, you know. All the staff are leaving tomorrow and we're getting out of the country. I'm heading straight back to Arizona. Jeez, dude, I'm sorry. More than that, I think I'll just be happy to get away from the high and mighty Miguel. Miguel's the guy that sits next to me all at work, and he's a good researcher and all, don't get me wrong. He's got good ideas, but gosh, he's just so annoying. Matters I should be back home within a few days. I'll give you a call. Talk to you soon, Ryan. What does this matter except to establish spookiness? I guess that's it, actually. But this game I grew up on was called Far Cry Instincts, as well as its sequel, Far Cry Evolution. And, you know, the Far Cry series is a popular series. I never, ever hear people talk about Far Cry Instincts. And Far Cry Instincts, so you had your first Far Cry, which is guy gets stuck on Tropic Island, has to kill mercenaries. Far Cry Instincts is just the same game, except this time he gets like injected with a shot of something, and it turns him into like, he basically gets animal instincts. So he can like smell people far away, he can see their, like the heat coming from their bodies, he can run real fast, all that stuff. He can jump real high and he can smack people real good. And I don't know why, but I was just obsessed with that game. I just loved it. I remember I played the multiplayer a lot, and this was on the original Xbox. I played the Xbox Live, and people would make really neat custom maps. But the way you had to, you know, back then it wasn't like you could just look up the custom maps. Wow, look at this rat. Look, this is my dog, right here. Come on, dog. Chill out. You couldn't, like, search up custom maps and download them. You had to just wait for someone to host a match. And then you could join them. Okay, here we go. It's a clicker! Wait, no, it's not clicker. What the hell? Wrong game. It's a liquor. There we go. At least I was close. Oh, I gotta hit my shots. Wow, these boys are tougher than I remember. But, so you had to download the maps when somebody was playing one. You had to join their match, it would download their map, and then once it downloaded, then you'd have the map forever. And I remember, like, I just had this thing of, like, I need to collect every map that I can on Far Cry Instincts. And I remember I got a few hundred. And, like, my favorite thing on that game was to play obstacle course maps. And there were quite a lot of them. People... I guess obstacle course maps are still kind of a popular thing in Far Cry, but oh my gosh, back then it was like... That or like defense-based maps were just constant. They were everywhere. And all I wanted as a kid, I was just like, please, give me every obstacle course map. I need to defeat them all. And honestly, a lot of those obstacle course maps would take you like straight up like hours to get through. They were hard. Some of them were really hard. Like there's one that I remember that I really liked, and it took a really long time. It was really hard. Lots of times in it where you could die and have to restart. And there's a point in the obstacle course where there's just like you have to slide down some kind of an invisible floor onto some crates, and if you miss, you're fucked. I remember just like I could never. I don't think I ever got past that. I even played those maps a few times with my friends in like recent years, and they're just impossible, man. Okay, can I shoot these guys from here? I think I can, but it ain't easy being cheesy. Oh yeah, I can't hit them. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to reload this Magnum. So yeah, I guess that's my little segment talking about Far Cry Instincts. Also on Far Cry 2, there was this guy who made these maps, and the maps were called Wig's Mind. And Wig's Mind was all about just really unique map design, essentially, and it was so cool. This guy made some pretty awesome maps, stuff I had never seen before in Far Cry 2. So in this section, I think I can... You can get most of the way past these guys as long as you walk. But I think at some point they will come out and attack you no matter what. I think in just a second here they all break out. Yep. Sheva, help me open the door. Okay, so now we have a billion clickers after us. Clickers, oh my, I'm just about to start calling them clickers. This game is now The Last of Us. The Last of Evil. The Resident Us. I don't know, Sheva's not so good. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Put down the mine! Now run away! Okay. Okay, where are my grenades? Wow, I got here really fast. What the heck? No, Sheva, we must stay here and kill as many of these guys as possible. Gotta get big treasures. Clearly not going very well. Maybe we should just go. Okay, let's go. Come on, Sheva. Please. Oh my god. I could have gotten a treasure there, but I had a bad feeling about that one. Probably should have stayed there, but yeah, that could have gone really bad. Okay, Sheva, give me back my shotgun ammo. Actually, man, I have way too much stuff on me. Alright.
I owe you one.
I need ammo.
Take this.
Give me all the shotgun. Oh, wow, she actually did. Okay, so the area just changed dramatically. Now we have... I don't know what's with games and movies and making rooms kind of like this. Like, what's with the obsession with making little capsules that hold human prisoners? How many things have done that? I think Matrix done that, has done that, Half-Life's done it, this game obviously. Those are just the few that come to mind. I think they've done it in a billion different types of entertainment. I guess there's something just so compelling about Japanese capsule hotels that we have to make horror about them. Oh look, this guy died in his waterbed. Into the pit you go. Goodbye, child.
What have they done?
They don't look that concerned about it. Like, Shava's just kind of like, oh shit. Alright, here we go. Hacker Man. Why would Jill's actual name be put in the computer? I hope the amount of questions I ask this game about its bizarre choices isn't too annoying. I know, like, I'm constantly just being like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Quit it.
There's so many.
But I just can't help myself.
From all over the world to experiment on.
I mean, I think Africa has more than enough people that we could fill it up with African people instead of Americans and Europeans.
Why?
Seems like a little bit too much effort.
Well, that's why.
Giant crab spider, how did you get in here, dude? Okay, that was... For a second I was almost not ready. Okay, alright, where's my magnum? Where you going, dude? Oh wow, don't even remember this guy having these little arms that you can shoot. What is this guy doing? Okay. There we go. So you can toss a grenade in this dude's mouth. Then we do a sweet roll. Somehow this dude is able to survive a grenade in his actual mouth. But that's fine. You know. Totally not concerning. Oh my gosh. The boss fights in this game really don't give you time to breathe. I don't remember, like, if they expect you to be shooting its, like, brain thing specifically, or if the mouth still has a damage thing going on it for it. I don't know, man. Just shoot at the big weak spot. It's amazing how spongy Resident Evil villains are. Oh no. Man, Shadow has a ton of healing items. Truly the hero of Resident Evil. No, I'm not really saying much particularly interesting here. I totally forgot how involved some of the boss fights in this game can get. And when it gets to that point, oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot that does this. I hate its little mosquito babies that apparently are broken and just fly in circles. Oh, shit. Sheva, get your ammo, girl. Okay. Come on, man. Just please. Please stop smacking me for a second. Okay. Alright. It's all fine. I keep picking up Sheva's ammo. Although, I guess I could use some assault rifle ammo. Why not? Oh, yes. Finally. Jeez Louise. So our boy here is going to survive 2 grenades in his mouth. Okay, for a second I thought he just died from like 2 or 3 shots. Oh, that's a dodge. It's a good thing this crab monster like is willing to just like kind of stand there for a sec and kind of pinch its little claws and be like, "Man, I'm gonna get you, see?" Cursed Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs after he loses SpongeBob. SpongeBob has been killed. Squidward has left working for him. He's so jaded, all he can do now is kill. This game loves to have enemies that scream at you. No! Good! Get out of there, Sheva! Oh wow, Sheva actually got away. I'm impressed, Sheva. Oh man, that is disgusting. So a lot of boss fights in a lot of games have this kind of thing where they're like, hey, let's just have basic little tiny enemies that exist in the boss fight for 2 reasons. 1, to annoy you, and 2, so we can give you ammo. And I can respect the ammo part, but man, I really don't like boss fights that have little minions. Especially in a game like Dark Souls or something, that's when I'm really not a big fan. But at least here the mosquito babies are just doing nothing. In fact, they're doing tricks. As we can see here, they're spinning. Poor little fellers just think they're at the races or something. But instead, they're at the dying. Yes, that's what we call it now. The dying. Okay. We get him. Yes, thank you. Please go away. Something about the spider and the water spout or something. Here we are, the moment we've been waiting for. We've found Jill! After so long. Hey Jill, what's up? How you be doing? Nobody! Jill's invisible, what? How?
Damn it. Where is she?
Mr. Redfield, how nice to finally make your acquaintance.
Who the hell are you?
Guymando. She works with Tricep,
Nice.
Excella. Is Excella a real name?
an officer in the global pharmaceutical.
It sounds like a real name, but...
Why?
As if I need to explain myself to you. Although, weren't you two given orders to retreat?
So it was you.
Where is Jill?
Jill?
Wait, so Excella then has control over the BSAA.
Tell me where she is.
Okay.
As soon as you two are done with your little vigilante mission, you should leave. There's nothing here worth throwing your lives away for.
She's lying. She knows something.
What? What makes you think that?
It's time we get some answers.
Alright. Gotta go save Jill. Oh. Alright. Man, I'm surprised I didn't die once. I think that's usually a chapter that I die once on because the lickers, or clickers as I can't stop calling them, usually kick my ass, and if they don't, then that monster boy does. I felt like my accuracy was way worse than that, though.